Alright, happy November 1st, everybody. It is about 3:30 in the morning right now. Doing some last minute packing, and I'm getting on the road and heading to Illinois. Let's go.
Still hate, but I'm not surprised. Man, I get up from the best like pocket knives. Just know you ain't never gonna stop the grind, and just pray you survive when the gods arrive. I'm like,
Alright guys, I'm about to pull into camp right now. I'm gonna get in here, get my stuff situated, shoot my bow a little bit. One of my buddies I think needs some work done on his bow, so I'm gonna do that real quick, get stuff situated, and head out to my farm. Got a really gnarly west wind right now, but I don't care. Got 16 days, got to get it done. So, like I said, get in here real quick, straighten my stuff out, and get in the woods. See you out there.
Alright guys, it is November 2nd. I'm in a spot right now that's in the back of a cut bean field. I'm on the edge, and right behind me it drops off in these big ravines, and the deer bed and bucks cruise these ridges right here. This is an awesome spot. I got pictures of the biggest buck I've ever had on any of my trail cameras in here. We nicknamed him number 2 last year, after Tiny. So Tiny was number 1 and this buck was number 2. Well, number 2 blew up this year, and I got a daylight picture of him right here at about 22 yards about a week ago at 8:30 in the morning. So there's a lot of bucks that cruise this hillside. So we're going to sit back. We got to be quiet. It is dead right now. Yesterday we had 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. Today, nothing. So it's 16 degrees. Got a light south wind. And we'll see what happens. That moon's still really high in the sky. So we'll see what happens. What an action-packed morning so far. That first buck, that's the buck I'm in here after. That's number 2. Absolute giant. That is the biggest deer I've ever seen. Body, rack. That's the biggest deer I've ever seen. We've been monitoring that deer all summer long. He's really sporadic, but we know where he lives, and he just confirmed where he's bedding. So then I had that 130-inch 10-point come in behind me here. Could have shot him at about 12 yards, but been watching that deer all summer too. He's been on every single one of our cameras. Good deer. And then that big 8-point just came in chasing that doe and grunting. So it's early. I've only been in the stand about an hour, so I'm gonna sit here. Sun's starting to come up, and I'm gonna rattle here in a minute. But it's cold. But it's November, so I don't care. Man, that buck's a giant. He is the buck that I came in here and hung this stand for. It's evening 2. This is the kind of text you want to get from your dad. Dad's got an arrow in one. Man, I want to get down right now. I just saw that real nice 10-point. We call him the skinny 10. I actually thought that was the deer that I passed up right here this morning. And when he just stepped out, he stepped out like 5 or 6 does. But when he just stepped out, I was like, yeah, definitely wasn't him. The one I passed up this morning was a lot bigger than him, but Dad's got an arrow and a good one, man. Couldn't happen to a better guy, better hunter. My best friend. Yeah, buddy. He thinks he hit him a little low, shot him at 20 yards. And if you know my dad, he can shoot a bow, so. Oh, man. Hopefully we can find him. We're gonna go back to the truck. Here, I'm gonna sit here for about another 15 minutes, go back to the truck. And we'll come up with a game plan, but stick with us. Hopefully we got some bright blood and a dead deer.
That's Conica.
Oh shit. Look at the neck on this. I know.
Congrats, Ted.
Yes, sir. Look at that main beam.
I was so worried.
Look at that main beam on that right side, that left side, and right side.
This is
Right, I found you.
Dad,
Come here. Come here.
Okay, I want to hug myself.
Oh my God! Get there.
This
Get
has been
behind
a
him.
journey.
Get behind him.
This is my shot right here. This is my signature.
Dad, get up there and grab his head. You ain't even grabbed his head yet. Let's go.
I got it for you, buddy. You just
Rock,
get behind
rock, man, you're big, you're stronger man than I am. I gotta say, thanks to Michael and Jason and Rocky for helping me find this deer. I have confidence that it was a 142, right, Rocky?
142.
At 52 yards.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
And, and I hit it in my signature spot, right down there low, in case they duck.
Well, we got deer on tack cam 3 right now.
I love this deer. Is this
Hey,
conical?
no, I don't think it is.
It's just
No, yeah,
we don't have him on.
no, we don't.
We don't
We
have
don't
that
have
deer
him on
camera.
film.
You just came roaming through.
Man, I'm glad he came by me. Neck,
We say rock.
like a football.
It's a good
player.
one.
Jason.
Heck yeah.
Is it a keeper?
You gotta get the bounded.
142 is good enough for Ted.
142.
142.
We're gonna score when we get back.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Five, 5.5. 4.25. 4. 4.
You were only half inch
Half inch
off.
off.
Hey, I think he should get his scoring license. Yeah. That's good though for not seeing him.
Never even seen the deer, and I scored him at 142.
Where you going? he's too small.
Why do you think I passed up all the deer I passed up last year?
I know because
Couldn't get a shot at him.
because you're you.
I could have killed that one last year and death wish. Could have killed death wish 3 times.
72.
I like it.
Well, this sounds familiar.
He's got more points than mine.
It sounds like our camp we got going.
All I know is whoever hung that stand, you should give him a Christmas card.
I know who hung that stand. What's your address?
No, I'm just glad you got one. What is it? Year 4 now?
Yeah.
4th year along?
He's the kind of guy you can pay just for hugs.
No.
All right, guys, here we go. It's November 4th. What an eventful morning it has been. Every single buck I've seen has been grunting, chasing. That last buck we just saw, oh my gosh. That's a buck we named Funky. Last year, he had just a big split, 2 tines on his right side, had a bunch of acorns on his tips of his tines on the left side, and he's got a limp to him. And I saw this doe just walk out, and then I heard back down here, I heard him grunting. So I got up and grabbed my bow. Here he come, walking straight down. Or not. There's a logging road right there. He went across the logging road and was walking down the other side. Had him at 47 yards. But there was a little bit of brush. If that brush wouldn't have been there, I might have tried him, but he's a giant. He's a lot bigger in person than he is on camera, I'll tell you that. And he's big on camera. So, awesome. I had those 2 3-year-olds earlier. They were right directly underneath me. Saw another little buck at the beginning of the morning. And then right behind Funky was this other little buck, so it's only, I think 10 to 8. I'm gonna sit here and see what he does. That doe that Funky was behind just ran down this bottom. The little buck just walked off, so he either could be right back here, or he could have skirted and went out that way in this power line, but he's a giant. Looks like he broke his kicker off his left side, but he's a giant. Awesome morning. November in Illinois. Can't beat it. Everybody's worried about these warm temperatures right now. Yeah, it's gonna slow things down a little bit, but it's still November. Starting to sweat, and with it being 28 degrees this morning, I didn't think that was a good idea, so stop short. We got a good old buck using this area here. Can't really tell what he is. He's got like 2 big dagger tines on his left side, and I don't really know what he's got on the other side, but he's got a big frame. He's an old deer, so he'd be cool, but got about 4 days left, 3 days left. I don't know, all the days are running together now. I'm getting tired, but still having a blast. I sat in this stand last night. I saw 8 or 9 bucks and like 8 does. Couldn't really get the camera on the bucks. They were moving right down through here, but the wind's starting to blow a tiny, tiny bit. And it's blowing from east to west, which isn't that good, so I might get down here in a little bit. When the wind picks up, move to a different stand, but we'll see what happens. Beautiful morning. Let's see if we can't get more fired up early here. morning sit, Friday 13th. I'm back in the far east stand where I saw number 2, the first hunt here. I passed up 4 other bucks right here. Nobody's hunted this spot since then. I've just been kind of giving it a break. One of the guys, Rocky, he had an encounter with Tiny this morning at 15 yards. He was quartering to him really hard and just kind of bounded off. So that's how it goes. It's been a freaking grind, man. But I got a decoy out here tonight. It's the first time I've ever used a decoy, so we'll see how it goes. Got about 5 hours to sit. The wind's about perfect for this stand. It's hit me right in the face. It's coming out of the west. I think it's going to change to the south here before it gets dark, but it's the only wind. I mean, the deer come from behind me sometimes, but it's the only wind without messing up his bedding area, which is right down here to the south of me, so we'll see what happens.
What is going on, everybody? First off, appreciate you guys watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out here doing a little shed hunting on my lunch break. I got the itch to start walking. Feels like this time of year, always since deer season's over, I start thinking about sheds, and so I had to scratch that itch. I haven't hit my best spots yet, but found 6 last year sheds already. Nothing new, but I've seen a lot of bucks that dropped both sides already. A lot of half racks, and a good portion of them still holding. So I want to jump on here real quick and talk about that video. It just kind of ended, and I'm going to tell you why. So as you guys saw, the first deer I saw on my November trip was number 2. We had pictures of that buck last year, about 170-inch deer, and we didn't get his picture until we were there hunting in October. We got the first picture of the season of him, and he absolutely blew up. And then I saw him my first morning sit in November, and he definitely set the tone for the rest of that hunt and the rest of the year. Come out about 120 yards, just a giant, still biggest deer I've seen on the hoof, body and rack wise, just a a monarch. And after seeing him, I kind of got tunnel vision, meaning that I was at the point where it was him or nothing. Now, I don't think I am in my hunting adventure point to where I can just pick out a deer and hunt him, and that's what I did. I thought about shooting a couple other bucks in that video, but just didn't do it, man, because I was thinking about number 2, thinking he could step out at any minute. And then again, back when I went up there in December, I passed up about 135, 140 inch 9-point. I was just thinking, you know, he could step out at any second right behind him. So awesome hunt, man. Super excited. My dad killed a great deer. Super successful, like I always say. You know, success is measured in many different ways, so it was successful. That buck Funky, another hammer. He came in, he was like 47, 48 yards, I forgot exactly. I'm super comfortable at that distance, but there's about a 20, 25 mile an hour crosswind blowing in between me and him, and there's a little bit of brush, and I just didn't want to chance, you know, hitting that brush or wounding him or anything like that. This spot looks really awesome. So I elected not to take the shot. And then let's talk about the 8-point at the end that decoyed in. That deer stepped out, and I hit him with one grunt, and he come all the way across that field, sidestepping, all fired up, and you can tell I was zooming in and out, in and out. When I watched the footage after that hunt, I was like, man, what were you doing? I was super excited, and thought about shooting him about 10 different times, and ended up not shooting him. And like I said, man, I got tunnel vision on number 2, so I was having audio issues a lot of the time I was up there. So between bad weather, hot weather, and my audio issues, I didn't capture everything I really wanted to. But I mean, kind of turned out all right. I was using the mentality of hunt smarter, not harder, during those hot afternoons when we weren't seeing deer, and just staying out of there and, you know, letting the deer do their thing and stay down until it got dark and it cooled off. And, you know, that's what was happening on our camera. So that's what we did, and, you know, again, super successful. But one thing I want to say real quick before I jump off here is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you kill a giant, it doesn't matter if you kill a 4-point, a spike, a button buck, a fawn, yearling doe, whatever makes you happy. You buy your tags, nobody else buys your tags for you, unless there's some kind of organization or company out there that does that I'm not aware of. You pay for your tags and you hunt your hunt. Don't let anybody influence you or make decisions for you when it comes to hunting. This is something that we're all allowed to do. We should all, you know, carry each other, congratulate each other, not put each other down. I'm sick of doing or seeing that and hearing that. Like, there's no need for it. Somebody's happy about shooting a deer that they killed, whether it's with a gun, crossbow, bow, freaking slingshot, whatever, congratulate them and move on. The world's too messed up right now for hunters to be going at each other for how they're killing something, what they're killing. If it's legal, then congratulate them. That's all you got to do and move on. If it doesn't fit your vision, then I don't know, keep your words to yourself. It doesn't matter. You don't know what that guy's going through or girl's going through, or, you know, what they think's a trophy to them, and it is what it is. So congratulate each other. Don't be putting each other down. That's not necessary. So, but again, I greatly appreciate you guys watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you haven't checked me out on Instagram, go ahead and check me out. I'll leave a link in the description, and I put up a my tag up there in the video. So appreciate you guys watching Harvest Time Outdoors TV. I will have another bow build coming up here in the next couple weeks, so be looking out for that. And I hope you guys have a great shed season as we prepare to transition to turkey season. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.